Welcome, guys. Welcome once again. Welcome to another episode of our podcast. Good night, good morning, afternoon, good whatever it is, wherever you're watching us from. Ensure that as you join the chat, you leave a like. And for those on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed, ensure that you do that. And also, keep on sharing the content so others can join in on the fun because I don't want you guys alone to enjoy it. Last night's show was a hit, and as Michelle said, she has to watch back over that show at least 20 times because of how fun it was. So, guys, ensure that you share it. And as you can see running on the ticker on the screen, you can call in on WhatsApp, you can call straight, and you can also leave a voice note, and it will be played live, so you guys can be right in the mix with us as well. So, I'll be joined by two fellows shortly. First up, the man of the moment, beat him last night. The man take amount of beating from you guys, and the man say, "Yo, have to show up. No matter what, have to there tonight, man." So the man put everything on hold, and here he is. And also another man that said that no matter what, when it comes on the Champions League, don't you ever write off Real Madrid. And here he is, the man that we call politician. Right? How are you doing, gentlemen?
Could never be better.
Blessings, bless. I'm here.
All right, and before we go any further, there it is. Dale Francis quick out the block saying that me just come forgive Devin and Ryan them props. Lol, my God, bless upon yourself.
I'm ain't gone too quick. Nah, man, have to stay, man.
Yeah, well, I'm sure that Tyrese won't be around tonight because Tyrese is another one of those people. Man talk a big talk in the comment section, but City lose, so I don't expect to see him turn up. But before we get into it, I see Owen right there is always saying that quadruple loading, you never walk alone. Michelle already said that she hoped that Devin was here, and he's actually here. Owen Green there saying that Pep a big full coach. Sherwin Bannick saying that Pep out. And Owen Green also saying that Devin rate your fate,
Mm.
man. And Owen once again saying that Klopp greater than Pep. I tell him that long time, man, but I think I joked him in the depth. And big up yourself, Davian, over Facebook, and big up everybody else, Michelle and the whole crew. Now let's get into the meat of the matter. So, yeah, first leg, Man City won it by 4 goals to 3. Two defensive mistake in that game. Now we move on. Come to the second leg, and before the second leg even started, a lot of people said that they were saying advantage to Madrid. Some people were saying no. Reason being, they were only a goal behind, and then they're going back to the Santiago Bernabeu. Now, game started, and I mean, Benzema should have scored from the fourth minute. Based on the form that Benzema is in, there's no way he should have blazed that over the bar. That should have been buried. But
Mm.
you know which one was easier? The one that Vinicius got within the first minute of the second half. There's no way you miss that.
Yeah.
But yeah, personally for me, the first half was rather boring, cagey, cautious. I never liked it at all. And I planned to stop watching the match, to be honest. I was going to stop watching it, but then I said, you know what? I have a feeling that the second half is going to be better. And the second half did deliver.
And I told you it was going to be better.
Yep. And first up, that City got the go ahead goal. Good goal as well. It was a quality goal by Mahrez. The run from Bernardo, the leave alone by Jesus, then Mahrez with the goal. Then there comes the madness at the end. At no point in time, I would have been comfortable if I was a City fan. They got chances to kill off the game, they didn't take them. Now, Madrid sitting with a shout, and they did what they do best. I'm not going to be a spoiler, as I said to Dima last night as well when it comes down to his team. So I'm just going to give the floor to the man of the moment, David, the first in
Yes.
all years.
Yes, man. Yo, tell you all the while, man. This youth, me go always name Jarom Bridging from Maypen, man. Used to gamble at the casino. Man, always tell me this. Come on, us can't win derby, brother. Come on, us run. Mr. Come on, us run during the week. Wednesday race. You see, when a Kentucky derby and them big derby there, and a weekend race, right? A big ass pump on them race there. Man City them for Champions League. Come on, us them there. Them they can't win derby. Them they can't win big game. So when you look at the game now, when you look at it now, all right. I don't know why people. Yesterday, everybody was just beating me in the comment section. It's like I'm trying to something that's impossible. I'm trying to you know, saying something that's gonna happen that's impossible. Like like Mary gonna give birth to somebody who no impregnate them like with Jesus, like something impossible. Like, again, I go. And when you look at it, look what happened before. Everybody keeps saying, all right, Madrid, even Ryan keeps saying Madrid lose some of these games to Man City, and even before with PSG that 1-0, and even before with Chelsea, is like a big quality team, and we knock out these good teams. So why do you think like it's impossible to knock out City? Like, why do you think it's impossible to knock out City? I mean, PSG wasn't playing that good. Chelsea, you know, have some fun enough, but these are quality team, not just quality team. Chelsea is a defending champion. So if we're not called defending champions, this is not Premier League we're talking about. We're not called defending champion of a competition. Why is it impossible for us to knock out City? Right? So I'll never give up on my team. Never give up on my team. And when you look at it now, and then Dale Francis and then Michelle and everybody beat me. Yo, I truly not even know if you check my body now, man. My body full of sore amount of beating me get. Amount of beating me get. But then look at it hard, right? When you look at the game now, this guy, you know, I always watch his ESPN thing because I didn't watch it first half. I record it on my cable, record before me leave, go to work. So when I come home, I know I go miss the first half. I'm gonna rewatch the first half and then watch the game. So then watch the ESPN highlights, and watch CBS highlights, and even though I'm gonna continue this, you can answer this question afterwards. But I'm gonna tell you what I think. This guy, Steve Nicol was saying, it's more of a Man City meltdown than a Real Madrid victory. That's how we classify it. I don't. Y'all could comment, you know, when I'm done, and y'all could talk about that. That's what he said. And when I look at it now, and to be honest with him, as much as I want to say my team fight back and whatever, you know, I tend to agree with him because there's no shot by us on target. Vinny had the one there where I don't know if he couldn't kick with him left or right foot, like he never sure which foot he was supposed to use. It went over, but then you know you alluded to the next one. I'm level on in the second half. But when you look at it now, they have a 2-goal cushion. You have a 2-goal cushion heading to the 90 minutes. So it was people just look at it and say it was more of a meltdown. That's why I could agree to them saying more of a meltdown. But Rodrygo has been doing this for us in the Champions League. Rodrygo may not score a goal in like 15 games in La Liga. Sometimes don't even get to play in La Liga, right? But when it comes on to Champions League, and Brian talk about him again, Rodrygo, Champions League, he will give you a goal. He will get you a goal. So it was a good win. And at no point I doubted Real Madrid before this game. I'm not gonna lie, during the game, when we come on to the 80th, and even when they get that one goal to equalize, I was saying, you know what? This thing is over, but I was still watching, and then the miracle happened. Man, it's just a great feeling, man. Great feeling. And, you know, I'm not going to say I'm going ahead. I'm not ruling out anything at all for us to lift this championship. And this will be good if we lift this championship this year. I think it's one of the sweetest victories we've had. Boy, I'm going to go, you know, the hosts. The hosts have this talk sometime, you know. Sexual activity is greater than football. Sports is greater than football. You know, I'm convinced that sports is greater than sexual activity. I'm convinced as of today. So I'm sorry, Vinny, and everybody else.
Boss, remember Vinny and I brought it to you, you beat today, and they will tell you, yo,
yeah,
this is
I'm beating
sports.
that.
It's
No,
sports, man. You see, adrenaline that sport you get from sports more well. No
yeah.
sexual intercourse give you that
But
more
Vinny,
well.
I'm sorry, I forgot beat me when we talk again. But I'm on that bandwagon after this victory today.
Yes, right. But on a more serious note now, when I look at it, Devin, let me get Ryan quickly. So Ryan, you look at the game itself, and as I mentioned, you're one of those persons that said that don't count out Madrid because we're going to dig deeper into this game. So first up, why did you actually say that? And when I look at I don't really want to get there because eventually we're going to discuss Carlo. But when you came up with the theory that Madrid and Champions League don't write them off any at all, what caused you to say that?
All right. Enough evidence over the years, and especially their run this season. They played 30 minutes against PSG. 30 minutes out of 2 hours, Sorry, 3 hours rather. They played 30 minutes out of that and they won. They advanced. They just did what was necessary to be done. Against Chelsea, okay, Chelsea had a bad game the first one, but Chelsea came back, was 3-0 up, going through with 15 minutes to go, and Madrid found a way. Um, this game, sorry, the first leg of this tie, they played bad. City outclassed them totally. City could have easily left with 7 goals and nobody would have said, oh, that flattered City. But
Facts.
Madrid found a way to score 3 goals on City at their yard. So Real Madrid was always in it. I don't understand how a team is going home with 1 goal behind and people make it seem like it's a foregone conclusion that City has won. If it is that, the way that people were behaving, I think City had won 4-0 or 7-3 or something, like it was a clear blowout. And City just needed to turn up to collect to honor the fixture and reach the final. It was only a goal. And they were going away. And I always said this about City, whether it's the round of 16, whether it's the quarters, whether it's the semis or the final, City have a choke in them in a knockout round. We've seen it against Monaco in round of 16. We see it against Tottenham in the quarters. We see it against I think it was Real Madrid before in a semi some years ago, and we see it against Chelsea in a final. City go and find a way to choke. This time they were ahead. Okay, the first half, everybody was cagey. Nobody never wanted to concede, whatever. We know that already. That's all the way. Second half, we know that each goal, everyone needed a goal. So it was going to be more of a hot affair. City got the goal, okay. 15 to 17 minutes left in the game, 2 up. And City made some changes. I don't know if it was an issue with De Bruyne, if De Bruyne was burnt out or what, but that kind of shocked me. The Walker change, I'm going to point this out. The Kyle Walker change, to me, is what changed the game. Because Walker had Vinicius governed. Cancelo had the left lock. You see, when Cancelo moved to the right and Zinchenko go over the left became a free zone. All right. I see people blaming Grealish. I can't blame Grealish because Grealish, there's no way. That block is the block of the tournament. Grealish basically had the ball in the net and somehow when they come from out of nowhere at it. Then the player recycled, Grealish got back a chance and took a shot and somehow Couture the shoes kick it with. So he to me he did what he was supposed to do offensively. But City broke down. You saw that they got comfortable when they made the changes. When Pep took off whoever and put on whoever. You saw that they got comfortable. And then in the last 5 or so minutes, you saw that Madrid was getting back into the game. And City started to lose the ball and all of that. So it's like them feel like how a lot of people in the comments felt last night said, done already. So they were playing like that and they gave up 2 goals in no time because of that. And it was, I don't know I don't think I can blame Pep really because Walker got injured and I don't know what the De Bruyne situation was, why he had to come off.
So
But his
the thing with it, Ryan, is
can
that
came on.
all right, so Ryan, hear what? A lot of people are saying that KDB was tired, but this is my thing. You see, if I'm in a game like this, I'm going to live and I'm going to die with my best player on that pitch. Him could have walked around and just simply a jog, me not take him off. So De Bruyne, I'm not going to take him off. No matter how laggy they look or leggy or whatever not, me not take him off.
You're breaking up.
You hear me?
I'm hearing you loud and clear, Levon. I don't know who's
Seems like Ryan one is the problem. All right, Ryan, jump out and jump in back. So I was saying, Devin,
you would take
personally
off
for
your best
me,
player.
I'm not taking out my best player, no matter what. If I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose with my best player on the pitch. If I'm going to win, I'm going to win with my best player on the pitch. All right. I don't really want. I never wanted to get to Madrid yet, but let's look at one of the first. All right. So Ryan,
Yeah,
you're
yeah, man. When I was speaking, was I breaking up?
Yeah,
yeah, kinda.
I was hearing Levon clearly.
Yeah, yours was going
Okay,
in and out.
okay, maybe it's me then.
All right,
But
we'll see,
yeah,
we'll see after in the comment section, but I'm not going to read his comment. Come on the show. This man right here. We don't want to see that. Come on the show. Bag your face or whatever, not to come on the show. Go ahead, Ryan.
yeah. So where was I again? I was saying that I don't know if I can blame Pep because at the end of the day, if De Bruyne are tired and you
Mm-hmm.
take him off, it's not like everybody in here always says City have 2-3 side. So if you take off De Bruyne and put on man like Gundogan, Gundogan is a class footballer. It should not.
Mm-hmm.
The side should not dip that magnitude where it's not like you take off De Bruyne and put on a lower caliber footballer like I don't want to disrespect nobody, but Romeo. And like you put on Romeo for De Bruyne, you put on a next class footballer, so the dip should not have happened. That happened. And if the guy was tired, you have changes, make the changes. So I won't really blame Pep for that. I can't blame Grealish. Grealish got the chances. On another day, one of them score, City advance. For me, what happened was the team got complacent, and Zinchenko was not good enough. So that is
Mm-hmm.
where I am not blaming the coach as much as I would blame the team for getting complacent when they were 2 up and they were in the 90th minute and injury time to play. That is where they lost it for me. And you see, once it went to extra time, I had Real Madrid to win because of Champions League pedigree.
All right. So, all right. Hear my thing now. This is the theory that I brought up, and from earlier on today, I've been saying it. What I think that Pep could have done is that you see, Real Madrid scored that first goal in the 90th minute. Yeah, I would have just went for the substitution right there and bring on Sterling for Foden. Why? Just break Real Madrid momentum because they noticed that the game was swinging in their favor. So just make a substitution, burn up some seconds, and stop the momentum. He could have done that, and who knows, the result might would have been in their favor. But as I said, could it be a case that these City players just don't have the wherewithal in terms of Champions League pedigree to actually go on? They're not mentality monsters when it comes to the Champions League. Could that be the case?
I think that's partially because all right, like in cricket when certain like Australia, you have done certain team, you know, like 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 101 for 8. It's like they're not easing up. They want to get you out to 102. You get what I'm saying? So it's like sitting out at that point, having that lead right there, they just feel like it was over. It's like the mental state was like, yes, man, we got this. So it's like you in the Champions League, you don't know like anything can happen within a space of like 3 minutes. Yeah, I remember that great comeback there with Manchester United back in the 90s. I remember that Manchester United Champions League comeback. You know what I mean? I remember that comeback when I think they scored 2 goals in like within a minute. I remember that I was in sixth form that time. I remember that game, right?
Mhm.
So anything can happen. So it's like at that point, Man City was thinking, okay, we got this. No, you can't think that. Still work, still grinding. Like it's like the first minute. You have to always have that mentality. So I get the feeling that they kind of lapse, and they feel like, okay, this was in the bag. Even after Rodrygo scored and the game was 1-1, the mentality and the whole body language was like, yeah, it's 1-1. We still have a 1 goal advantage, and it's like 6 minutes at a time. We can get through this. You know what I mean? After that second goal hit them, Ryan was saying that, you know that because of Champions League pedigree, Real Madrid will come back. At that point, I wasn't saying because of Champions League, Madrid will win. I was just saying at that point, City got like a knockout punch. It's like the momentum was Madrid. It's still Champions pedigree is there, but it's like the momentum and the mentality was like, yes, we got this. We're gonna win this. You know what I mean? And when you look at it too, you mentioned you weren't gonna take off your best player. And even though it was a tactical move and Benzema was there, all 15 minutes and they took off Benzema. It's just like they were so confident. It's like, we don't need Benzema no more. We're going to get through this. At that point, they have City where they want him. So I think it was just a mental breakdown right here. They think the fat lady had sung, the fat lady played the music and the fat lady sing. But the fat lady didn't start the singing as yet.
And here's Jana Antonio saying that City squad have the confidence and killer instinct that a team like Madrid have. I always believe that. I see Robbie in the comment section. Robbie, say I don't want to read the comment then because you ditch a long time now, Robbie. I think Devin asked you one night, where's that fella that came on here and make those predictions in basketball from them time don't say back in Robbie. So
that may ask Robbie one.
See it, and not because Madrid win, here comes Robbie turning up back. But
Robbie knows I'm placed up on his show, so I know him hide.
Exactly. I've been voting for this guy from ever since, and it's known a lot of people are taking note of him. But I've always been a big fan of him, and I always said that this guy is quality, and if it was left up to me, I would have started it. And let's just look at that. Let me see if I can zoom it in a little. All right, so there it is. So Camavinga for the first goal. He crossed to Benzema, who assists Rodrygo. Camavinga for the second goal, wins the ball, back to start the attack. Camavinga for the third goal, plays the pass to Valverde, and Benzema wins the penalty. I brought this up to say that I've been watching this guy from he was at Renault, and I said that he was a super talent. If David remember correctly, I said that I never wanted him to go to Madrid because I wanted him at my club. Well, it wasn't to be, and I said that.
Oh, yeah, man, I can vouch for you on that one, because even though some of the times, when him just come and mess it to you, Levan, look on your ball, and man dash over game, and him have a bad game, and him not as good. And you said, no. So I want to vouch for you on that. It's not because of that great success, because a lot of people are here crediting Camavinga today. And I see somebody, well, it's not the same commentators. Like in La Liga, some of the time they're saying, oh, yes, he keeps the ball, he does give away the ball a lot. But sometimes he doesn't make that whatever. But that's his role. You don't want him to be turning over the ball. You want him, he's just playing his role.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I want to vouch for you on that because from there, some of the times Mr. Levan, Camavinga, he's not. And you say, no man, watch, you're gonna see his quality, and you keep saying you're gonna see his quality. So it's not just because of today's win, because some people may not be following us and thinking, okay, you just highlighting Camavinga just because of today. But from when we just buy him, you'll be preaching Camavinga and his talent and his quality.
Facts. But the thing that I want to touch on before I get to Pep, because eventually I get there, there's Pepper Paul saying that Camavinga is our impact player off the bench. Does it every game. Here's Drizella saying that very intelligent for his age. Yeah man, no joke. He's also saying that Camavinga big baller. Here's Sherwin also saying that Camavinga goated. Yeah man, the man is a good player. Cadlan saying that City players burn out, rotation too limited. Here's Owen saying that Pep should have put on Sterling instead of this overrated player. Which overrated player talking about now? But if you really look at it, it was a very good game overall. I enjoyed every bit of it, and I'm sure that I'm going to play something right now that you guys will find funny. So this was one particular coach when the match was over.
That's a very bad idea.
So I think that was Pep running out of the Santiago Bernabeu. So yeah, if you look at it now, we're going to go a little bit deeper in terms of in depth about Pep, right? Now since 2011, has failed to win a Champions League. And he has had very good team since then, right? Now we look at Bayern in 2013. In 2013, the one with Jupp Heynckes, right? Good coach that as well. That was a little bit before Pep went there. Now after Heynckes leave, Pep took over the helm, had a very good team, like a very, very good team. And he wasn't able to galvanize the troop and get them to win the Champions League. Now in came Hansi Flick. Hansi Flick got Bayern and got them to win another Champions League, right? Now, reason why I brought this up, when you look at Pep now, a lot of people tell me that this man is quoted, that this man is the greatest coach of all time, right? So my question to all these people is that if Pep is the greatest coach of all time, why is it that since 2011 he cannot win a trophy in terms of Champions League? And what better way for the man to join in just at the right appointed time? So, Sir the Great, the voice,
Yeah.
why is it that your goated coach cannot win a Champions League since 2011?
I mean, listen, I'm always telling us that football is a weird thing. If anybody with sense out there, if them blame Pep for this hell, then we can't really discuss football anymore. Alright. Like this are one of them situations where you really and truly can't explain. They remind me of when Leicester win the title. I think about some things, some moments in a football let me see. It remind me of the Liverpool versus AC Milan Champions League. Just certain things where it just defy logic. You just can't explain it. Listen, I was on when I heard you on Facebook when I heard you talk about Pep and taking off Kevin De Bruyne, right? You hear me? Yeah. Normally, you would have depend on the side, but you have to understand, quote unquote, City never really need to score per se at that point in time. And once you see Kevin De Bruyne, you know
That
so
is
that
what I was mentioning to a lot of people, bro, that City never needed to score because
yeah,
they basically had the game.
yep, they never need to score so. And Kevin De Bruyne is tired in the midfield. What I did, I'm gonna tell people all the time. I tell people say Fernandinho not supposed to be at Manchester City. I tell them that all the time. I say the man is a liability anywhere I'm going. It's like the man bring bad luck. The man is so poor right now. It's like the man bring bad luck. But listen, even though I'm gonna say boy, I know Pep fault, I still have to give Real Madrid credit because the team is a team will never give up. It's a team who did always believe their abilities. A team who always believe say them could have win the game. And when we see City go up 1-0, because I bet on the game, we bet on City for win the game. When we see City go up 1-0, I say, boy, I say, there's no way them can blunder this. You see when we see it go 1-1 boss, I say, no man, Madrid are going to score again.
Yep.
And then when Madrid score again, this is where I wanted Pep to, and I don't know if he did it, probably the players them never, I don't know, probably the players them were too rough, but this is where you need a manager to take down everything. I say, guys, everything is gonna be all right. We have been here before. We know how to get ourselves out of quote
All
unquote
right.
situation.
Love to bring that up, bro. Mention it again to somebody that what I thought Pep could have done. You see, after that first goal, just say to the man and say, yo, cool. Or even make a substitution. Bring on Sterling for Foden and just break the momentum. I keep on saying to guys, because remember that Real Madrid was having the swing at that point in time, So a substitution right there would just simply just break up all that momentum.
Not only that, make all a one man all drop and a waste all some time. Make all a man these are tactics where you're supposed to use. And you don't understand say, okay, quote unquote, Pep want play football the right way and all of that. But you see, when you have been so jinx, so unlucky in a competition, you try and find every single trick to try and win the game. Right? And he just didn't. And then in the extra time, all right then, let's say that done, You go in the extra time, the first 3 minutes of extra time, give away a penalty. Unacceptable. Yeah,
Even
so
after the break. You got a
even
break to
after
just
the
simply
break,
talk to the man and say, yo, go easy, man.
yeah,
We have this thing. We still have the
yep,
quality to get through this.
yep,
But within what 3 minutes of the second
yep,
of the extra time he gave up
yep.
a goal? That's
And
crazy.
listen, and listen, we can talk about the facts. You know, we can talk, and again, you know, I said it from the first leg. City should have been probably 4 or 5 goals, and even at this game, the game should have probably been 4-love, 3-love, because City was running all over them. But again, you know, it's who got through, and you know who capitalized on their chances, and that is what Real Madrid did. In
All right.
terms of, in terms of your thing
Let
where
me
you said,
squeeze through this quickly. So we
yeah,
have a voice note from I believe one of City fan that is toothless right now. So I think this is Tyrese.
yeah,
Yeah, man, when I'm broachy, them tell me what I go and so many name and call it. See me some off forward and many people in hear my voice. See me. Um, First and foremost, good night to everyone in the comment section and good night to the analyst, the host, and the producer. Yeah. Secondly, congrats to Real Madrid. I think they deserve it. I think they wanted it more than City. So congrats to them. And thirdly, after watching today's performance, I think it's best for me and for my mental health to take a break from anything sports related. So you won't be seeing any comments from me on the channel for a while or any posts from me on the Facebook page. So yeah,
yeah, the dog sound depressed, you know.
I think I need a break.
Yeah,
Shadow.
Tyrese, go easy, bro.
Congrats to Real Madrid again, and let's see
Nah,
what's happening in the final.
yeah, the man sound depressed, brother. Listen, and see, Pepper Paula say it in the comment section, you know. Madrid players were all going down in an extra time. What do you mean? That's the easiest thing to do. Every time a man go down, so why not break the
That's why we're
momentum?
saying that's the same tactic Pep should have employed.
Yeah, yeah,
Simple.
and I don't know if Pep not learn. Like that's how I'm always a wonder. You know, all right. Last season you go to finals. All right, you lose that final day. Me I wonder what. Me I wonder if you not take no lessons from them thing there. And again, man, I put it on Pep because I think the players were supposed to end the game there. I think the players for win that game. I think the strategy that Pep came out with, I think it was perfect because it worked up to her. What is?
Yo, these people who play man, you're always saying that the crickets in the background sounds like Pep and the City fans.
Yes. Well, yeah,
Continue, fam.
well, yeah, G. Listen, I know. Say honestly, Liverpool are the better team, but I think Real Madrid are going to win. Like when we see them thing, brother, it's like some team just destined for them thing. When you look on them thing, I mean, no, this is not no big analytics and this is not no big analysis, but when you just look on certain things will happen. When you go back and you look on the PSG game, when you look on the remember, you know, PSG was leading, you know. PSG was leading going to Madrid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
PSG all score and then it got downhill from this. Right? Them they scored on the second leg.
Oh, that
PSG,
PSG.
no? But
Yes.
I think they did. But PSG had the upper hand. Then on the move on, Chelsea. Real Madrid dominate Chelsea and Chelsea go back
No.
and no, they never score.
Let me about yeah, they scored. So the first leg ended 1-0 and then
Yeah,
second leg 3-1.
yeah. Then now, when you look now on Chelsea game, Chelsea dominated the second leg. And Real Madrid find one goal and that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this one going down 90 minutes. What was the 90 minutes? Me, I said there's no way they can blunder this. No way. Rodrygo, out of all persons, scored 2 goals in the 90 minutes. Yeah, I have to go back at class, brother, but listen, man. Congrats to all Real Madrid fans. You know, big up on yourself, big up Devin. We see him dip on the show earlier. Was Ryan did dip on the show earlier? Yeah, big up the man them because listen, there's no explanation. It rough. But I know somebody say, yeah, Torre put that curse on him. I'm gonna believe in them things, but boy, I have to start believe, brother, because this is too like brother, you're there the 90th minute. 6 minutes added on, we see. We say, all right, then shit. This is safe, you know. But me I say, all right, if you give up one goal, you still win.
Mm-hmm.
And it just never work out. But just the things say Pep win a Champions League with City, yeah, man. That's not the same see. Yeah. Better him go coach PSG with Messi and go win a Champions League this because it don't seem like it a happen. It don't seem like it a happen at all.
So you're saying that you're not giving him no sort of blame for what happened today
For
because
today
he
now, zero
okay.
blame.
Okay. I think a lot of people disagree with that, but
Huh?
point taken. I'm saying a
Yeah.
lot of people disagree with that, but point
Yeah, I mean,
taken.
listen. A lot of people will disagree. Why? Because they just want something to put on Pep record. All right, more you tell me, Levon. Let us take out the extra time. What could Pep have done from the 90th minute to the 96th minute? Apart from the same little thing them always say, make the players them drop and so. But football related, what could he have done?
All right, as I mentioned, the sub waste time. That is one. Waste little minutes, break momentum. That's a one.
Can't
Or,
blame him for that.
or
Can't
even
blame him
after
for
the first goal score,
that. Yeah.
as you mentioned, call him on them and just say, yo, we still got this. We
Yeah.
still have this. Calm them down. Just let them take back control of the midfield. Because if you realize, that was where Real started to put pressure on them. Remember that Real didn't have a shot on target until the 85th minute.
Yeah.
So what he could have done is said to the midfielders them say, "Oh, calm down," because remember that he had Rodri, Bernardo, Fernandinho, Phil on the field at once. All those guys could control the midfield. I mean, when you look at Real Madrid, yeah, they brought on Camavinga who changed the game totally for them. However, it was still old man Madrid. Madrid is what 36 going 37. This man was leggy at that point in time. You look at Cruz. The same Valverde didn't do a damn thing in that match. Valverde was like non-existent if you look at it. So I think he could have just tell the troops, say, yo, calm down, man. We still have this. Nobody make them one goal first away because even though they score one goal, we can afford that because we still have the go-ahead goal in terms of we have an extra goal. So we could calm and take control of that. But as I've said multiple times, I think that the players not being used to being in this situation, coming up against a juggernaut like Real Madrid, and as I said before, people might feel offended, including Liverpool fans, but Real Madrid is easily the biggest club in world football. Easily. No questions asked. Most Champions League and all of that, when you look at La Liga titles one, they're easily the biggest club. So I think it was rather premature for a lot of people to actually write this team off, right? Because as I mentioned, they have Champions League pedigree. You look at Ancelotti. This is now what 5 Champions League finals for him. That's no mean feat. A lot of people don't give this man
Man,
his ratings, but
man,
this man is pedigree.
no, but Levan, you see, I think what we're doing now, we are praising the result, right? We are praising the result, and hindsight is always 2020. We can't give Ancelotti credit for this.
You have
Ancelotti not
to.
do nothing. No,
You have
I cannot. I cannot. For 90 minutes, no ball game, no play. What may I give Ancelotti credit for? What am I really giving Ancelotti credit for? If the game had ended 1-1, Ancelotti did nothing in the game for get credit, other than he is the coach of a team that the players stepped up and were clutch. He did
Yeah, but,
absolutely
but remember
nothing.
that they have been doing it all season long in the Champions League.
Understood, Levan, but may I talk about this semi-final? I can't give Ancelotti no credit. What Ancelotti I get credit for? What would I really give Ancelotti credit for?
The sub, at the point in time that he made the subs. Because remember that it's those substitutions that he made that actually changed the game on its head now. Because remember, as was just mentioned, City had complete control of the game. Real Madrid weren't doing anything. After that little outburst at the beginning of the second half, Real Madrid weren't offering anything at all. So
Bro,
those changes,
they didn't have a shot on target till the 85th minute. Why
yeah,
we
but,
give
but
Ancelotti credit though? That's what me can't understand.
Yeah, yeah.
Why we give Ancelotti credit? That like me
all
just
right.
can't.
Let
It's
me
the
ask
same
you
thing.
this now. So,
Yeah,
so, so he didn't make those substitution, right? Won't
yeah.
you be beating him right now?
If you never make them substitution, no, I
Yeah.
I honestly think that Real Madrid was outclassed for 90 minutes. I honestly think that.
Yeah, but
Substitution or no
answer the
substitution, I
question,
don't.
boss. If he didn't make the substitutions, wouldn't you be beating him saying in a sense because he should have made substitution? Because I've seen it on the show before, that people come on here
Hold
and
on,
beat him because he didn't make
All
hold
substitutions.
right.
on, them
Let me
boss.
let me say one thing there where that is concerned, Levan. All right. And this it's a partial in my view and other people's view or watch after post-analyst view, right? When you're saying about the substitution, right? In a game like this, substitution is mandatory, right? So it's like the two guys were arguing about the substitution and saying like it's more. Remember I said it was more of a meltdown by Man City than any greatness by Real Madrid or any good coaching by Ancelotti. So this is what a guy was saying, and I'm gonna give you my take. He was saying like, what substitution? Like they have 3 substitutions, so they have to make a substitution, and it's not like any great substitution. It's automatic that Rodrygo would have come on. So he's not going to give him any great substitution for putting on Rodrygo, because in a game like this, you have to make substitution. Substitution is a part of the game. So Rodrygo coming on screen.
You have to make substitution. Especially,
I'm just telling you what he said. You know, this was guy between Steve, some of those guys on the ESPN thing. So he's saying like it's automatic, and then over the years, that's all. Even before this guy came here, that was always one of their first change in Champions League. Rodrygo to come on. So it's not like something genius schemes or anything.
Yeah. No, Mike,
but this is my take now. That's weird. But this is my take now. I'm still gonna give him some credit, but majority of it, I would say is like a letdown by Man City. You understand? I wouldn't say it's like a genius thing, but I'm not gonna give him no credit at all. I'm gonna give him my credit. You know what I'm gonna? This is my last point I'm gonna make. I'm gonna give him credit. If he had lost, everybody would have probably blamed him and tried to beat him. So I'll give him my credit because the team had fun. We can't take that away from him.
I wouldn't blame him if he had lost, because I think Manchester City is a better team. Let me give you a perfect example. When LeBron James and Cleveland came back from 3-1, you think I gave Tyronn Lue any credit? You think I blame Steve Kerr? Like, I just never do it, because I just believe that in that particular game, there is nothing that Tyronn Lue did that stand out to me where I say, okay, this is the reason why they win. I think Draymond's suspension helped, and I just think the players choked. I think Steph choked, I think Clay choked, I think all those players choked. That's what I think. Same thing with this thing. Manchester City versus Real Madrid. I see nothing that Carlo did when I say, blow, big coach. No, listen. You can tell me about Chelsea game, you can tell me about PSG game, you can tell me about all of them. Something. I'm talking about this particular game. Carlo Ancelotti did nothing for me to give him any kind of praise.
When they start Camavinga, you'd have give him some credit. If in the start Camavinga as opposed to bring him on, you'd have give him credit.
You know, start Camavinga, would I give him credit?
Yeah, as opposed to bringing him on. You know.
I mean, to be
because
honest,
that would have been like a big call to start him, and he did well. You know.
Yeah, that would have been a big call for starting. But again, when you look on David, what may I look on I'm looking at the context of the game. So for 85 minutes, Real Madrid weren't doing anything. What minute did Rodrygo come on? Somebody tell me what exactly when? About when?
What 70 something? Wait,
nice.
Remember? Come on.
Yeah, when you come on.
I
think we can look right, sir.
I'll find it.
Because we can reason it out very easy, you know. All right, so right here, Rodrygo, come on. 68 minutes. The 68 minute Rodrygo, come on. See? So he come on in the 68 minutes. No, as Devin said, ESPN man them said, you must make changes. Because you need right now, you need to win the game. You need to score a goal. It at least at the bare minimum go extra time. You need to score a goal. All right. Up until that time, Real Madrid not doing anything. Even up until the 68th minute, still not doing anything. 75th minute, still not doing much. 80th minute, still not doing much. All right, now them start growing at the game, whatever. City is now leading 1-0. So now you need 2 goals now to at least push it to extra time. Obviously, Rodrygo come up clutch. I'm going to give him credit. Benzema, I'm going to give him credit. The players, I'm going to give them credit. Carlo Ancelotti, what does he deserve credit for? Like, what exactly?
Let's ask you a question now. Let's say you never make those substitutions until 85, 86, 87 minutes thereabouts. When you make them substitution there, a lot of people that cuss him out and say, yo, what kind of late substitution and they we expect that to go work. Seeing reason why I brought this up. Remember England at Euros the other day when they brought on Rashford, Sancho to take the penalty kicks. A lot of people were again and said that why did the coach do that? Why bring on the man at this time? Why never bring them on earlier so they can actually warm up, get into the game?
Yeah.
No, when you look at this today,
Yeah.
Rodrygo came on in the 68th minute, so you'd have had a feel of what it was like out in the middle.
All right.
Kamavinga came on in the 75th minute, so you would have seen what is going on out in the middle.
All right.
Now came the opportune time that you notice that Kamavinga was the one who changed the game basically. As I mentioned when I put up a picture earlier, he was the one who created basically all 3 goals.
All right.
So this man will be warm now, easier for him to bring himself into the game versus let's say come on at the 87th minute. Wouldn't it be way more harder for him to actually do what he actually did?
I don't know. I can't. That is not a
fam.
no. Levon,
Let's
that
reason
is not
the thing, man.
no,
Let's not reason from
Levon,
bias standpoint.
we are no. I'm not. We are reasoning the thing. I cannot give you a definite answer that if him come on another time, then this would happen. All right, let me give you a perfect example. Spurs versus Leicester City this season. Conte bring on Bergwijn, must in the 87 minute, 88 minute, one of them minute. Bergwijn come on and score 2 goals and win the game for Spurs. I don't know if you remember that game.
Yeah, I remember it.
All right, so again, that now, if him did make the change earlier and then it happened, what would I say? I don't like how reactive we are to things like these. I would say, okay, well, you make the change right, so, and then make them grow in the game. But if him did make the change, so, then that would be a thing. I think we are a little bit too reactive to it, and we are really trying to reach at things when it's really black and white for me that Manchester City does choke away the game. I don't think Manchester City choke away the game. There is no way you need 2 goals. You are the standard of England. You and Liverpool are the standard of England. You're a big club. You're a top team. There's absolutely no way you give up 2 goals.
But Kems, none of us are talking inside still now.
I mean, of course. But I'm saying there's no way you can a Pep Guardiola team like that of that caliber wanting to win Champions League, never win a Champions League before. You cannot give up 2 goals right there, sir. As a player within yourself, you can't give up 2 goals. Sir. If you need to play 11 round at the back and everything come around there, you kick it out, everything out of your life, you have to do that. Whatever it takes to win, you must win that game. City have absolutely 0 reasons. I don't care if it's Maradona, Pele, Messi, Ronaldinho, everybody, and you cannot lose that game. You just cannot lose it, and I think it was a choke job. You said the same thing about.
It was a choke job. You're saying that the coach will shoulder a lot of blame for that too.
No, why should he? And I'm asking you a question, Levon. The things that you said that Pep should have done, that doesn't equate to choking. If you tell me that Pep was supposed to calm down the players, we can't equate that to choking. Because he was on the sideline very animated as he normally is and telling them, and I do him like a ting. He was on the sidelines doing that. But I'm saying, what can you equate that to Pep Guardiola? I just think the players let down the coach. This is a situation where the players let down the coach. They were not good enough. They couldn't hold a 2-goal lead for 6 minutes. They couldn't do that.
All right, so let me just bring this up quickly. So as I can see right here, this is Man City's track record and Pep in Champions League. So 2016-2017 season, they got knocked out in the last 16 by Monaco.
Okay.
2017-2018, they got knocked out at the quarterfinal stage by Liverpool.
Okay.
2018-2019, they got knocked out of the quarterfinals by Tottenham under Bob Pochettino.
Okay.
2019-2020 in a one-off semifinal, Jamaica, Leon beat it. Leon, you know. We're not talking about a big side. Leon. Last year, they lost to Chelsea in the final.
Okay.
And this year, they got knocked out by Real Madrid. So you're telling me that the team that this man has assembled, at no point in time, he shouldn't show no blame whatsoever.
But that's not what we said, Levon. I didn't say that he shouldn't shoulder any blame. I said for this game, he shouldn't shoulder any. And for last year I blamed him for it because of the side where him start overthink himself against that side. I blame him for that one. Give me 1 second.
So Kems, so Levon, let me get what Kems asked.
Mhm. Not here, not here, Devin. Unmute it and forward back. Let me see. All right, so as I was mentioning, personally for me, a man can't go to Champions League for that many times and then he doesn't show that blame. Remember that we're not talking about an average coach. I don't want people to think that we're talking about a man that hasn't won anything before. This is a man that people said that he's goated. He's greater than even Fergie, greater than Mourinho, and all those guys, right? So if you're that great, why is it that this is a scenario? All right, what are you saying?
Yeah. So what may I say, Zane? What may I say is, I can't. All right. So there are certain things where I can't blame the coach for. Um, I think the final against Chelsea,
Mhm.
I think he has to shoulder some blame. I think he has to shoulder some blame. If I remember clearly, I think that was the game him of De Bruyne played the number nine. If I remember clearly, I think that was
Mhm.
the game him of De Bruyne played number nine. I think him overthink himself. There's a lot of times where Pep got there and he's so smart, him overthink the game and him get blamed for that. But there's never a time where I'm say Pep get out coach. There's never a time when I look in any of those Champions League games when I say, okay, Pep get out coach that game, Pep get out coach that game. But those things him always outthink himself. Him always try to do a little bit too much. And then him end up the foolishness. So if you want to tell me about the Leon as well, if you want to tell me about the Spurs game, you can get blamed for them there. But I'm saying this game today, absolutely zero blame. Zero blame. What kind of picture that you put up, brother?
So Kev, we want to get with this game then, all right? Because
Yeah. Yes,
you are
sir.
putting down to everything is the players.
Yeah.
It's more it's less about the coach. So
Yeah.
so Madrid win. So it's less about Madrid really being classy or playing a great game. It's more about City just have a meltdown. But you
So
still give you're giving the credit to Benzema and certain players.
yes,
Then no
yes.
and no credit at all to Ancelotti.
Can't give him any credit. He didn't do anything. He
Yeah,
didn't do anything.
all right. So then Man City now they didn't advance, but you're not giving any blame at all to their coach. Everything is
All
because
right.
of the players. So everything is because of the players. Nothing has to do with
No.
it at
So
all.
all
So
right. Devin, remember, the game was won in added time. That is when the game was won. Listen, up until 90 minutes, Pep coached a perfect game. Up until 90 minutes, Ancelotti coached a poor game. Right? So if you stay so back now and you look on both of them, now what go down to for me is one Real Madrid side, individual brilliance. What go down to me for Man City side, individual duns bat. That's how it come down to me. Devin, there is no possible way. All right, Devin, you're a cricket man. Let me give you a cricket analogy.
all right,
It
all right,
is it is
fine.
like it is like you need it is like you need this is how I play the game. 6 ball, 36 runs. So you need for like 6-6 in order to win the game. Which not impossible, but boy, this is highly unlikely to happen. That is how I play the game. Would you in that situation blame would you blame if the coach put him best bowler for ball, right? And and the next team of them best batsman out there, and the best bowler, the best death bowler for ball, you say, yo, I'm gonna pick this man, and this man will get the job done. But when they get the job done at 6-6, are you going to blame the coach for that?
Well, yeah, you're not gonna serve. You're not
I
gonna blame.
don't
All
think the
right.
correlation. I don't think the
But what
correlation
I'm saying
is up
though,
now.
in this case, the argument can be made, Pep, all right, did well, but like coming on close into the 90 there, you could change the statics, put everybody on at the back. You know what I mean? Defend, park the bus. A man could say, okay, you could use the park the bus strategy. I
Okay.
mean, you could
Okay.
okay, you could have used the park the bus strategy and then just get everybody in defense. Like
All right,
Once the
but
cross will come a Vinga,
but let us
right?
talk
I
about
understand, right?
what
I understand.
hold on, Devin. Hold on,
Right,
Devin.
all right, well,
Remember, all
you
right,
told the
go ahead.
cross will come a Vinga make for going and the header was made, right?
Yeah.
I think if they had adopt this defensive mindset, all right, somebody would have probably out there reaching to him to to try and tackle him before the cross could come, try to make him make a bad cross. The argument can be said is that the defenders were bad and they didn't go out there and close him down.
Yeah, but Devin, this is the
But I
thing
could look
is,
at it and say, okay, the coach like just park the bus like a
all
Murray
right,
or
all right,
somebody else and just slap
Devin.
around here.
But Devin, let me show you how hindsight is 2020 now. Let's say Pep parked the bus and Real Madrid was relentless pressure and Real Madrid score. You know what I'm gonna say? Or
You shouldn't park the bus.
when since Pepper parked the bus, I never see Pep play like this before. Pepper coward. Why Pep never continue playing game? So it's 6-1 and half does not
All right,
matter.
and I can chime in right there. I said that we have never seen Jurgen Klopp park bus. And I see Jurgen Klopp going to Champions League final against Tottenham and park the bus and beat them in the final. And that's the normal theme style.
Park
So,
which bus?
brother, if you look back at the Champions League final between Tottenham
That
and
was,
Liverpool literally parked the bus. It was
no,
a
sir.
defensive approach.
No, sir. That was not part of the bus. Me and you can watch a game there again. Me and you can watch a game there. That was not a part of the bus. No,
That
sir.
was a literal defensive
game
from Klopp.
If you want to tell me say he wasn't as attacking as he normally was, I'll give you that. But to say
It was a defensive game.
Listen, Levon, you know if Pep part the bus and Real Madrid still win that game, a bunch of beaten film. Anyway, I'm take it a beaten. The only thing Pep could have done to not get beaten and win the game. Because anything that he have done, it's going to look from Pep. Hey, you say you're a big coach, you say you're the GOAT, you're supposed to do it. But again, there comes a time where we must hold these players accountable. Pep can only go out there and set up his tactics and tell the players how to execute it. If the players don't execute, what can Pep do? Realistically,
Right.
what can the coach do?
All right, my final thing where this is concerned, damn if you do, damn if you don't. But from a football perspective, what would have been the best strategy to use? Like you have a 2-goal advantage, like less than 5 minutes left in the game. The best strategy to use from a football, whether Pep, whether Mourinho, whether Klopp, the best strategy to use, Kebs.
No,
You be the coach. What would the best strategy to use at that point?
Devin, I am not Pep. Like Pep, I don't think you understand how it works.
All right, so my thing is, I think the best strategy was to use a park the bus, right? So if
I
it is
agree.
the case, if it is a case where Pep used that strategy and it's against his modus of operandi, right, which is not his style, and he used that, right, and it don't work, Devin would not blame him because I think that would have been the best football strategy to use.
Yes, Devin, but that is you. But what about the other? What about the other 100 billion people?
That's what I said. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. So all the other people are criticize him or whatever.
But what I believe, this is what I believe. I believe Pep think that he's going to go with his normal philosophy. I'm going to go with what I know, how I do it, how I normally do it. So okay, it is 1-1. All right, I'm not gonna part the bus, but still I go play my regular football or whatever the case may be, and then live with the results. So again, I know if Pep part the bus, all of the names I'm gonna call him coward, worthless. He might try something different. Him to do this and him never do this before. The players who him up on the pitch, them can't defend. Look on Sterling, him put on Sterling and Sterling run at the back and try to defend. There is so much narratives over that draw if him try part the bus. As I'm saying, there comes a time when these players are getting millions and millions and millions of dollars. There comes a time where we must can look at the players and say, hey, you need to do better. I must hold you accountable. Defense, I must hold you accountable. Midfield, I must hold you accountable. I am your coach. I am asking you, I'm demanding of you, hold this lead and let us go to the final. And the final is
Pep is earning millions as well. Pep is a superstar coach as well, so Pep has to be held accountable.
Okay, Levan, but what do you want the man to do? Don't tell me say, okay, you're gonna blame the man, but what are you blaming him for?
What I'm blaming him for is no way I'm going. I'm leading 5-3 with 80 with basically 85 minutes on the clock, and I end up losing that. No way. No way whatsoever.
You see, we know you watch a lot of football. Some don't know how you can like things happening in football that is really so unexplainable. You look on it and you say, how that happened. As I said before, I can't look on Pep. I could look on Pep in the face and say, Pep, you are wrong for this or you are wrong for that.
That's what I'm saying to you. This is what Real Madrid has been doing all Champions League. The last 20 minutes of games, they throw everything at these teams in second leg. So why is it that?
What? Okay, all right, then cool. Why would I blame Grealish? Grealish will get them easy chances. Why would I blame him? Why is there no blame?
If you want to blame him, you can blame him.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not talking about me, you are Devin. I'm talking about the overall populace. Why is there no blame on Grealish? Why is no accountability for the players? The first post I see on Facebook, all the time I say Pepper goat. What kind of goat is? A goat crap this. A goat ain't this. Come on, no man. But for reason the football a little bit different. As I said before, I just don't think that Pep should get any blame, and I don't think Ancelotti should get any credit.
In which that is you, and we can't kill off your opinion. I said Pep should get blame. I say Ancelotti should get credit. We're going to agree to disagree because I'm not going to leave up what I'm saying, and neither are you. So that's that. But
what did they put up back on Dale Frenzzyy second? I forgot.
It's a bit flexible. How the hell they lose the game twice when you have 2 goals advantage?
I don't know what the difference is. It would be one of the first one. If that did happen, for say, oh, when since Pep start defending, I know him already. But go say that, I make a move, brother.
All right, let's say a word.
Yes, sir. Congrats, David. Yo, David, let me keep that $50 there, my boss. Watch your face.
I'm gonna
I don't want.
It might have beat me.
David never whole heap of paying for Ghana. That's why I'm big $50.
No, I already pay me the $50. Let me still lose to him.
Little more, brothers.
All right.
Weird, fam. But David, as I said, and Kems is trying to beat around the bush, but there's no way you can tell me that this man is the good coach and hasn't won a Champions League in the last 11 years. Since 2011, from he left Barca, he has been to super team Bayern, hasn't won a Champions League. Been to super team Man City, hasn't won a Champions League. At some point in time, as I mentioned, Kems is somebody that loves to beat our superstars. Just like last night with Steph, when he decided that he was going to beat Steph for what happened. Pep is a superstar. Pep is they said he's the goatest of the goat. So he has to take some beating there. But we won't live on that anymore because we already discussed it. But your team now, I think, comes on the championship pedigree. Hats off to you guys, man. And this season, although Kim's want to beat around the bush and don't want to give you guys credit, you guys just won the La Liga title. Very good victory in the La Liga race. Remember that at the beginning of the season, a lot of people basically wrote you guys off, said that Madrid has a chance of winning the league. Here you guys come, Ancelotti, win the league. No Champions League. You lost a few games. People still writing off, so you want to dead and bury. Here comes the team again. My only issue with Madrid is that when they're going to the final, they can't play the same way that they tend to play in the first legs of games. It's not a first leg. This is just one time. One go. So you can't rely on that. So Madrid have to up their game, and I think Ancelotti has a decision to make. Does he start Camavinga over one of these guys? Because as I said, personally for me, I thought that Valverde was non-existent in the game today. He could have been taken out early out. And Vinny at the beginning, Vinny, I don't know what happened to him at the beginning, but he wasn't the player. I mean, yeah, Walker locked him down, yes, because I guarantee you that if it was another defender, Vinny would have skinned him all day long. But Walker, you know that he's quick. He caught out him a few times. So now that the league has already been wrapped up, what sort of approach you think that your coach should make for the remainder of this season? Do you think that man like Benzema should be wrapped up in cotton wool and say, here what? Just sit down, behave yourself, Champions League final it is.
Oh, definitely. Because like when there's like some players, all right. Like in basketball, when a side sweep on next side and the next side they're gonna play in the next round.
Mm-hmm.
They're batting for the 7-game series. And so the experts are, the people always say, all right, it can work both ways because that side is more game ready and more practice. Now you get the sweep now, you maybe game rusted. But for a guy like Benzema, that's not applicable for him in terms of rusted. That man needs as much rest as he can. That man is not as young. It's not like a Vinny or one of them guys who can just run and keep running. Because Vinny come like him can't tire. But that's youth for you. So like for Benzema, I'm hoping if like I'm not sure how many games they have left, but not a lot. You probably give like a 25 minutes, you know, I mean, just to stretch his leg in a real competition. But like, I think as much rest will be given for him because it's not a case
4 games.
where,
4.
yeah, it's not a case where come like May 28th, he's gonna seize up and he's gonna whatever. He's gonna be ready for the big game. So I would like to see them manage him whereby he get as much rest as possible. And look, I hear somebody saying, "Oh, all these guys what I say I listen to," and I disagree totally. Some of these guys are like Henry and them guys. Them guys, them are putting it where they used to play the ball. You wonder what are they seeing? You know, like Pep and Liverpool. They be I see the point, you know, but like that's the obvious point. Or they be chasing Man City and they have whatever game, so they have to win these games and they have to focus on this and they have to focus on that. Like their main priority, I think, is the Champions League. This is what I think: the Champions League and the league, the EPL. So it's not a cup they can put in some other guys and whatever. So it's not gonna be the case where come on the 28th, they're gonna be so tired, they're gonna be game ready. So you know, people saying, "Oh yes, man, they want to be, they have to be chasing Man City, so they have to win every game, so more effort will be required." They will be game ready. I'm not buying that. I'm not looking into that. I'm not even thinking of that as a factor. I'm not looking at that as a factor. I think it's a no factor for me. Mm-hmm. Champions League, the adrenaline rush, and they have been there. It's not like where everybody talking about it to say like Champions League pedigree and whatever. This team is a team that won it all and they know to come back. You get what I'm saying? They know to win it. So I'm not taking that. So like you said, I just hope until they don't come with the whole aspect of like you remember that second leg against Chelsea,
mm-hmm.
we come out cagey and that first game away we attack Chelsea and try to score. I hope they just come out and you try to get a goal. You just play natural football, play to your strength. Like it's not a two-leg affair, so you try to get a goal. And don't play a cagey thing because Liverpool is gonna press and they're gonna try and get a goal. They're gonna come at you. You know what I mean? So you can like probably try to do a counter, but don't just play that second leg against Chelsea. It can't work. It cannot work.
Facts.
It cannot work. It's not a two-leg like you mentioned.
What I want to get at is that the final itself, I know that we'll eventually preview it and all of that, but this is the final of finals in terms of it's two teams with the utmost respect in Europe, top pedigree. The Real Madrid, the most winningest team when it comes on the Champions League. Liverpool, they're what, 5 to 6? I think it's 6. Yeah, so they are at 6 Champions League right now. So when you look at that, it's basically the champions of Europe going up against each other in this one. City being there, people would have loved to see that here, but Real Madrid, Champions League, is like this, man, pea in a pod. So this is what a lot of people have wanted, and this is the finals that we have to look forward to. But what I want to get at with is that when you look at Real Madrid team, take a good look at their bench with a microscope. You have Gareth Bale, who is leaving this summer. You have Eden Hazard. What are you going to do with that man? You have Isco. That man even can smell game time.
No. I have a lot, but what I need to get rid of.
You have there's quite a few other guys that you have over there. Even Ceballos who came on today.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know why he never went to Arsenal because Arsenal wanted him, but there are a lot of dead weight over there and a lot of them need to get rid of. But what do you think about them?
So like, and then I don't know how much the coach is gonna continue playing Cruz too. I think Cruz really is a shadow of himself, to be honest. You know what I mean? And even the coach, like him can't play, him can't give you 70 minutes good again. I'm not even gonna go to the 90. You know? So for the future, looking past the Liverpool game, because I know we're gonna talk about that. We really need to make some change and get some young guys there in that midfield. Camavinga is there. Valverde is young, but Valverde is like just want to go forward and want defending. So and then his role is a defensive midfielder. So it don't make sense. Mm-hmm. It's not like an attacking midfielder or he's gonna create some chances, a lot of chances like a Luka. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So they have to make a lot of decisions there. But like Bale and Hazard and a lot of them definitely has to go. And then like for the defense too, it's not all that.
Getting Rodrygo, man. Rodrygo has basically signed already.
Yeah, definitely, and all of that. So we're looking to straighten it up for the future. But like you said, two big teams for the Champions League final. Trust me.
All
At this
right.
point, to be honest, based on where our season was,
You're happy.
I'm
It
happy.
doesn't really matter if you win Champions League.
Yeah,
It doesn't
yeah.
matter right now.
Because like remember, people from before we even a ball was kicking EPL or La Liga. Shakes was ridiculous in saying that Madrid not even gonna come third in
It was
I'm saying, wait, we still have quality, and
facts,
and,
fam.
and and it was at that point I concede to the fact that, and I look at it because we have to be rational, we have to be reasonable. So yeah, right. It's not like the teams that are there are some, because when I watch La Liga in and out, the team generally in there, they're not strong. It's not like in the EPL as much as you see now, and we can't just make a comparison because there's so many variables to say are because Madrid knock out City and their two leaders La Liga is way better than EPL. Okay, look at it. I think EPL is better. So when I look at it at the beginning of the season, I said Madrid can't win this because even though them Atletico, is that like any real standout quality like when Barca had Messi and Suarez and Neymar and so okay, gosh, it's gonna be difficult for Madrid to beat Barca. There's no team that was there at the beginning of the season. I say, yo, it's not difficult for you to beat Atletico. You're talking about them Suarez and them, and from Atletico Madrid, Dimo would have called him the soup up Stoke City. Villarreal, there was nothing for us to beat. So
Facts.
I expected for us to compete for La Liga and win La Liga. And I tell Sheikh said definitely we're gonna win La Liga. But this Champions League, honestly, I never bargained for this. So this is really like an icing on the cake. That not saying that if we're just gonna say all right, if Liverpool win, that's it. No, I'm still gonna say it before leading up. Say I'm gonna beat Liverpool and all the Liverpool fans that we're gonna beat them, we're gonna win them, and then if they win now, take my beating. That's all the nature of sports, so it go.
Good. So as you can see, we're not joined by a man that is probably happy right now, but a man that is going to say, Levon, you were right. So Demon, now you can concede that Jurgen, as I said, quad, but I'm not going to call him that. Jurgen Klopp is greater than Pep Guardiola.
Wait, Demo and Evan, just explain the how they're still in the court, because I hear the court argument, but honestly, I'm not afraid to ask questions. Some people might say, "Oh, I don't know that question."
All
So,
right, so
so
they want
you
the
want me answer?
Caroba.
No, I know what quad is for,
Yeah,
right?
so they want the Caroba.
Then EPL
All right,
contention.
so listen, Devin. They want the Carabao Cup, right?
They win the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Come to the FA.
The FA Cup final is against Chelsea,
What
which
the
is down the
brother
road,
do?
Okay.
and then the EPL and the Champions League.
Because I know the FA Cup was there, but I don't know what was the fourth one. I didn't know that they win the Carabao. I didn't know that is the fourth one I was asking about.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so that one is in the bag already.
Yeah, man. They bag it already, man.
Okay. I get it. Okay, sir.
What levels of disrespect? The man, but anyway,
No, me not follow like that. Devo. Me know so we
Demon,
not.
but this is a La Liga man in the
I me
farm.
know so we not Premier League. I me know definitely Champions League, but I couldn't figure out what was the fourth one. I don't know. So that's what I'm
all
asking.
right, don't worry. You see them parade. Like we're gonna get 6 buses. We're gonna travel with a lot of buses this season. So you see all the trophies driving along. Don't worry. So first of all, big up everybody in the comment section. I was partying too hard. Um, my doze off a bit, so I'm late for the show. Because listen to me, I left that game and I sent a message to the group that we're in, the Sports Frenzy group, and I said, as usual, Liverpool will have to take care of Man City because it seemed like everybody else a feel. And I was leaving that game 1-0 at the time when it was 1-0, and I was leaving work. And by the time you reach upstairs, I said 2-1. I said, no, this can't real. So I ended up staying to watch the whole game. And it just really hit me. I'm say to Levon, you know what? Mega concede. As much as people, you know, don't want to put no blame on Pep and want to give the players this and that, I don't care. You are Pep Guardiola. You are not supposed to lose that game. You cannot lose that game, boss. I don't know what you need to do. Tell the players them for drop down, fake injury, do something. You cannot lose that game, brother. You can, and this is when we talk about Champions League pedigree. And I mean Pep win it with Barcelona. Yeah, so him have a little bit. But this club, until them get it done, I don't think that they'll ever have the pedigree for continue win the Champions League as you know the Real Madrids and the Liverpools of this world. And even your side, Manchester United. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
but you're giant late.
just
But you're giant late, So what I said
mm,
to Kems was that, and Devin was the one who pointed out that Pep could have just simply changed his playing style. Just simply go all defensive. You're leading 5-3 in aggregate. So you basically have a 2-goal advantage. So go defensive. And I pointed out to Kems that when I look at Liverpool against Tottenham in that Champions League final, have changed him system totally. Yo,
well,
that Champions League final was one of the most boring Champions League final I ever watched. And that is not something
yeah, well to be honest. Yeah, to be honest, Tottenham completely outplayed us in that finals. Yeah, 'cause like you said, we
Yes,
weren't as
bro.
attacking, especially we weren't as attacking in that final, especially because we got the early goal. You know what I mean? So, and remember, we had just lost the final the year before, so they never want,
But Demo, you're making the
to,
point, That's what Devin and I are getting at. This
yeah,
guy, yes, made the final last year and he lost the final. So this is where you should have just draw
mm-hmm,
5. All right. Because when I get to this stage, it's all about checks, checkers, and chess. So you have to account
yep,
every that and all of that. So now is the time that you're going to dig into your dirty book and get over
mm,
the line. I said to a man that if it was Klopp, Fergie, Moreno, what a 5-3 lead at this point in time, there's no way they lose it from right here. Those guys are going to go into the dirty playbook. Are they going to fake injuries? They're going to tell the players to kick down players and just waste time.
yeah,
So
and
go ahead.
and that's my thing, and that's why I'm gonna admit to you right now that right now Klopp has overtaken, and I'm gonna say, you know, we have to go win the quad for Klopp overtaking because obviously I had it close because Klopp are my manager and whatever. But I had Pep ahead. But after seeing this, and to be fair to Pep, him take off De Bruyne, him there try I guess him there try be defensive. But I think when him take off De Bruyne, I don't remember if Fernandinho or Gundogan. I don't remember who came on. But him there take off attackers, I guess, to try control the game. So to be fair to him, I guess he was trying to make changes to affect the game and keep the lead. But you have to have some form of tactics, man. You have to tell the guys, listen, fall down, waste some time. Like you can't just continue to try play the possession game all the time. And that's the
Exactly.
thing with Pep sometimes. Your system, the man are gonna live or die by the system. You gotta
Yes.
still try play ticky-tacky possession and still try to build up down the flank and all these things to cut the ball. And I guess that's for me a way him lose the game. You can't continue to play the same way even when you lose the game. Yeah, so for me, this just sit over the edge, and right now I'll say Jurgen Klopp right now at this point in time is the better of the two right now, especially after
Brother,
this season.
come on.
And I'm very glad to
Yeah.
hear. I came on to hear Devin saying, you know, he it not really. I mean, him never really say it in these words. Say it not really matter if him win, but him so like him already happy with the season. I'm very glad to hear that because it's very unfortunate that we'll be losing the finals because anybody in our way if we stop that quad, we have to go try and beat them. And Liverpool have massive plans for Real Madrid, especially after our surgery almost to Salah. So listen, you can expect a big fight. And Real Madrid luck have to run out now. It can't just continue. From them I lose to Sheriff and PSG and Chelsea and City. And the man just a lose throughout the campaign and just from it
Oh,
have to
yes, sir.
run out at some point. I think that in the
Correct me if I'm
finals,
wrong, but wasn't
yeah.
City the only team that remained in the competition that never lost a game?
Um well, I'm not sure. I'm not have
Yeah,
it
but
in front of
yeah,
me right
because
now,
I
but
remember that you guys lost a game, and also
yeah, but me can't remember our City fixtures.
I don't
Because
think
we
they
lost
lost.
to Inter Milan for sure.
Did City lose? I'm trying to remember. Oh, they lost to PSG. Yeah, in the group stage. Yeah, so they lost one of the games.
Okay. Yeah.
But boy, it will be an interesting final, man. And as I said to Devin, it is a juggernaut of Europe, and I dislike both teams. I don't like Real Madrid. I don't like Liverpool, none at all. Because for me, I dislike Barcelona is the team that I hate the most. Otherwise, I'm Liverpool. And anybody that could have stopped Barca
Yeah.
at one point, I was happy with. But right now, I dislike Real Madrid wholeheartedly, just like I dislike Liverpool wholeheartedly. But man, I just have to make it point blank clear that these are the two biggest teams in the world right now. No joke. But interesting final ahead.
Yeah.
I'm just going to give you guys a minute each to just talk about whatever else you want to talk about before I wrap it up. And Devin, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah, all right. So we're gonna come back to that football later. Just the playoff basketball. Kems and I were having this discussion in the chat, and we're saying, you know what? Even before this, when you get superstar have to bring you over the line. You know what I mean? And we were arguing about Jamor during, and a lot of people, and I was one of them to say during the regular season, right? It's like an argument can be made. Is my thing was not that is not necessarily that I agree with it, but you can't totally dismiss that an argument could have been made during the regular season that what the team played better without him. An argument can be made. No sentimental thing with facts, the statistics there to show it. But what I agree with and what I say is like when it come on to playoff, you need a superstar to take you over the team. And if it wasn't for Jamar in that game last night, Memphis would have been down 0-2 straight out. So we have to give him the props for that. So because you know what, all them guys were that was excellent. Even the guy that played that started for him when he was out, Tyus Jones, the point guard. I don't see like that. These guys just kind of non-existent, you know. So the man, William team, bring it. So we can't. That's what superstar. That's what some people may have him as a star. I have him as a superstar. Superstar bring you over the line, and that's what we want to see. And the same thing can be said for Golden State in the reverse situation. Kim's always probably have an agenda with that he's not here to defend it. But superstar, you have to bring your team. You have to bring your team over the line, especially in playoffs. We're not talking about regular season. You have to bring your team over the line. So big up to John and Memphis.
All right, Davian Smith down the line. We'll get to that, man. I'm not sure is it, but we'll get there. Dima, go ahead and shoot it a minute.
No, Mr. Reese, am I minute Devin there I talk about
Oh, you know what?
Jamaran.
Yeah, you can go on with it, man. I know you're a Jaff fan, man. But just because me have this thing, I will say superstar, man. Superstar. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously, for those who are, if you're not there foreign, I'm sure you're going to have a link up at Carragher's. That's where I watched the Champions League finals, last year. Carragher's in Manhattan, the Liverpool spot.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh
so
no. Why do I want to go there?
me not talk to you, boss. Me I say people in the comments who they're foreign. For now, I
Yeah.
watch the finals and link up there as Liverpool fans.
Whatever it is,
That's
link up
that's the place to be.
they're gonna big up Salty because they showed me earlier. I'm saying that I watch.
Oh, okay, yeah. So for me, obviously, I disagree with this whole notion about the team play better with Ja. A lot of things fell into place when the team was winning when Ja wasn't playing. A lot of the stuff in terms of the teams and which position they rank. A lot of injuries I get for the teams who they were playing against at the time in the regular season. All of that they collaborate with the fact that the team was winning when Ja was out. Um, but obviously, when Ja Morant plays like he does, you always want him in your team. Whether people want to bring up the stats, I don't care. Ja Morant has to play for the Grizzlies to play in the playoffs. And again, I disagree, and people are going to be shocked that I don't think that Ja Morant is a superstar yet. I think that he's a star on the edge, and he's getting to superstardom. I think that um yeah, the man have a horror show in the first series with the Timberwolves. Apart from that coming out party, superstars not do that. You know what I mean? Luka Doncic now do them something there, which Ja did have, and he leaned a lot on Bean and the others to carry him over the line. And sure, sometimes they're gonna need that. But Luka Doncic probably have over 5 or 6 40-point games playing in the playoff already. He make it look so comfortable at him age and all of that. And you can tell Luka Doncic is a superstar already. For me, Ja Morant has a way to go, and he's getting there. And he showed his qualities of getting to the superstardom last night. And that Warriors series, people might write it off already and say Warriors in 5 or 6. I don't. That Warriors series might go for the full length. So I'm watching it. I'm watching Ja Morant, and like I said, I'm not a Grizzlies fan. I'm a Ja fan. So whenever he does well, I'll definitely be on here to talk about it. So big up Ja Morant for it.
Still one Kong Brooks. Brooks injured the man play and go and like say, yeah, everything nice. Dirty play that man. So right now I'm a vex. Cause Peyton out for what? 3 weeks, I think they said.
Yeah,
Uh,
just Games just dropped something same out for some 3 weeks.
yeah, man. But
Dirty
anyway,
play kind of relative still, but all right.
I dirty play that.
But
No
like
rest it, man.
you can that team is not supposed to be in a position to talk about dirty play. I see Steve Kerr, but we have time to talk about that next time. Talking about dirty play.
Nah, man. Listen there, man. I'm not
Patrol and
worried
what
one
it.
bit. This series is going to be over in 5 or 6 games. It's not going a full length. Not
That,
going
that,
to.
that
No.
the man I talk about. The man I
I talk
talk
about
about
dirty
Zaza
play when
Pachulia. That's a
Zaza
dirty play.
when Steve Kerr
Yeah,
tells about
Zaza did
Kawhi
it, yes.
when Steve Kerr when Kawhi kill him and then have no answer and
Yes,
just all the
yes.
time. You what? What deal with that brother then?
Yeah, man. Zaza
And
deal with
him
him
have the
chest.
nerve where I talk about dirty play. Amazing.
What dirty play?
Dirty play, man. I'm telling you. But big up to everybody, man. Big up to Ryan who was here earlier.
Are you
I think he had some internet problems. Kemzo jumped in. Devin was here from the get go. Demo jumped in. Big up on yourself, man. And to everybody in the comment section, big up, man. Respect. And to our producer, Josh Call, Mrs. Possible, big up. Until we see you
All the
again,
time.
maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I'll see you guys soon. So Anthony is asking you guys having a track and field podcast this week. I don't decide yet. Maybe, maybe not. I soon decide. But until we see, enjoy the rest of your night, guys.
bless
Peace.
up?
Big up.